Johnson, and seated beside me, Kenny the Jet Smith, and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. We're bringing you the Chicago Bulls out at United Center as they'll face off against the Houston Rockets. Houston has to feel pretty happy about their recent play. This is their first time facing off this season. Last year, they split the season series at a game apiece. Oh, and what a treat tonight. A battle royal between two powerhouses. This is the kind of marquee matchup that always seems to get the fans excited. Shaq, what are we in for tonight?
You know what, Ernie, when you're a great team, you want to establish your dominance over other great teams. This makes the matchup competitive. I want to see some elbows thrown, some flagrant fouls, some trash talking.
Yeah, I want to see all that, Ernie. We see good, clean, competitive basketball.
I want to see some people get beat up tonight.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, what happens tonight will set the tone for future battles if that's going to happen.
And that about does it. We send it.
I know you're on the controllers. I know you're on the controllers. I know you're on it.
We're in the place they call the United Center in Chicago, the home of the Bulls, where today we'll be broadcasting live. Well, it was the Chicago Bulls winning their last game against the Magic in Orlando. And there wasn't much question as to how that game was going to turn out. They absolutely put the hammer down on them.
I mean, no stress in that one. The game almost looked like a shoot-around for them. Amazing at how well they shot the basketball.
And even more impressive, Greg, considering it was on the road. I mean, it's rare that you'd see a team get that hot away from home.
And the Houston Rockets starting five. Down low, it's Jones and Howard together. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. And it's Lawson in at the one.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
On defense, the Bulls. Harden dishes to Jones. Back to Harden. To the middle. He's looking for Howard and finds him. Knocked loose. For the Houston Rockets, they won their last contest in that game against New Orleans.
And were able to overcome what was a really poor shooting night. And you're not going to be able to win with a percentage as low as theirs that often unless you defend.
No style points earned for sure, Greg, in that game. But they did hit the big shots when they needed them. And oftentimes it's not what you do as much as when you do it.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes.
Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
Well, for Terrence Jones, Clark, a very scary episode to begin last season. He suffered from a rare nerve damage to his left leg.
Yeah, he wondered if he'd be able to play again after missing 3 months. He finally got back out on the court. Good for him, because I enjoy watching him play.
And I tell you what, the Rockets are happy to have Terrence Jones back and healthy. They tried to acquire Bosh last season. Looked like they had it, but make no mistake, Jones was always going to be a player not only with tremendous potential, but someone that they view as a valuable commodity on that roster.
Down low. Shots good from Butler.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
There's the bucket, good.
And guys, Terrence Jones, good numbers as far as blocks and rebounding and scoring around the rim. He's also shown potential as far as playing on the perimeter. The Rockets hope he can fill that spread four role for them moving forward.
Boy, that's a nice feed by Lawson.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Rose kicks to Gasol. 17-foot shot on the way. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 4 assists in the game. The Rockets have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. And that is good. Jones has got 5.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Noah's shot is off.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Ariza kicks to Lawson. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
You're all about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
Noah with the block. Outside Butler. Noah. Great D that time from Lawson. Harden outside. It's Ariza on the wing. And the foul called on Pau Gasol. That's his first foul. That's good from Ariza on the assist by Harden.
And for Terrence Jones, there's a quiet excitement surrounding him in personnel circles. Last season, he was a much better rim protector, way up in blocks, and his three-point percentage was up as well. So those are the kinds of year-3 improvements that talent evaluators are always looking for, especially when you come into the league as an underclassman.
And here's Harden. After Jimmy Butler made that last three-pointer, Jones drives in, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Jones has got 8 points.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Well, looking at Terrence Jones, he really has that complete game. His ability to make a play at the rim, hit 35% of his threes. He's a multi-dimensional threat. Long player, well-schooled, falls in line, I think, very well with any good team in this particular case. With one of the playoff teams in the West.
Yeah, he's one of the more efficient players in the league, over 53% his first 3 seasons. So defenses might want to choose to ignore somebody else.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
His shot is looking really good here in the first.
Everything is falling. 5 of 5 to start.
Here is Lawson after Pau Gasol's bucket. Fades away. No good from Lawson.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Snell, that's good.
It's like everybody is in a rhythm right now. Incredible stuff here early on.
Both teams playing downhill. You know, coaches say that all the time. You want to play downhill. Well, at some point you think somebody's got to cool off in this one, right?
No good from Lawson.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game. And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen. Fellas, that two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt. The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Wasted no time on that one. 14 points for Pau Gasol.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Some changes for Chicago. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Mirotic comes in for Tony Snell. And it's Brooks in for Rose. Jones with the screen on Brooks. Harden outside. And a miss there on the triple. Chicago's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Shots good by Butler.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Watson the pass to Harden. Baseline J on the way. Jones, no luck. Chicago leading. Guys, this offense very effective.
Point right at him.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart. Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And the Bulls with possession. They're on a 13-4 run. And it's sent back by Howard. Houston moving the ball around. Another miss by Houston. The Bulls leading by 4. Butler dishes to Mirotic. Feeds it to Brooks. And it's James Harden with the rebound. Harden's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Let's check out some of the best shooting teams out there. Number 1, the Bulls.
Are just tremendously disciplined offensively, always looking for the best possible shot. That's how they've gotten that field goal percentage to skyrocket.
The first one falls. Well, what a season it was for Mirotic last year. Came on stronger for the Chicago Bulls. Continued to improve. Effective in the playoffs. Really a joy to watch in his first year.
And interesting, so much hype going into the season was about Dougie McDermott.
Yes.
And whether or not he was going to be in the running for Rookie of the Year. It ended up being Mirotic. Most years, he could have walked away with that award.
For Mirotic, he was most valuable late in games, guys. From March on, he led the league in fourth quarter points per game. Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
And Harden with the basket on the assist by Beverly. And that's now 6 points for James Harden. The Bulls leading by 4.
And for that note about Mirotic, in the fourth, he outscored LeBron and Westbrook that month. That's impressive for any player, much less a rookie.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Here's Brewer. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Outside, Jones. Beverly wide open. Cans it from downtown. Beverly's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, he's back and playing in front of his hometown, and it's such a rush of adrenaline when that happens. So you're going to be dealing with friends and family, asking for tickets, but the chance to come back to play where it all started and put on a show for the people you grew up with, there's not much more that's better in terms of motivation.
Portis, the pass to Brooks. Here's Mirotic. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And you know, that lead's only going to prepare to defend a little more staunchly than that.
And Gibson sends it back, and they're able to recover. Down low, here's Brooks. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Bulls.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots. A key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Houston making a switch here. Augustine's checked in.
And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
Timeout called the Rockets. And with the Rockets, it's no secret that they take a very analytical approach to team building. Greg, you and I talked about that. And Clark, you know, you wonder if that hurts them in free agency.
Well, you know, when your front office makes no qualms about viewing players as simply just assets, it can be a hard sell to a free agent.
The finish, and finished off by Mirotic.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
And the basket by Jones.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Down low, here's Portis. Misses off the left iron.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
Now here's Beverly. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Augustine, no luck. The Bulls leading by 9. Now we'll go to Doris Burke. We had a chance to talk with head coach Kevin McHale.
Kevin, speaking to him about their game plan, he said it is all about taking care of the ball and not forcing anything. He said the one team that beats us more than any other is ourselves. If we get sloppy on offense, then it'll be a very tough game for us to win. It's something I stress to them before the game. Let's see if they heard the message, guys.
Thank you, Doris. So do you guys think their shooting will play as important a role as the coach made it sound?
It usually does. And for them to have that success shooting the basketball, I think it's going to be all about creating those high-quality chances.
Which means they need constant movement off the ball and crisp passing. I mean, that's the way you get good looks.
Inside, it's deflected. Brooks. And Jones sends it back. Beverly up top, defended by Butler. Here's Morris. Can't hit, so the Bulls will take it the other way. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Rockets team.
It's not often we get to see this matchup, but it is a doozy when we do. Just two powerhouse teams facing off.
Really easy to tell that this is an important game, Greg. I mean, I don't know if the crowd will get a chance to take a breath in this one.
That's good.
Assisting Patrick Beverly.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Gibson. It's rebounded by Houston. Now here's Beverly. Morris with the screen for Beverly. And another fast break for Chicago. Bulls running. And Mirotic throws it down.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
And here we go with Brooks running it up the court. And Mirotic throws it down.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. It's the Bulls leading by 17. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. And head coach Kevin McHale doing well in Houston. He certainly has a fan in his shooting guard, James Harden.
He listens to us. You know, he takes our input and our feedback on games and what do we think and how we feel about, you know, certain situations. And, you know, he's a player coach. He's played, so he knows the game.
Well, there's no doubt there's great respect that Harden is showing for Coach Kevin McHale, which is what you need sometimes as a coach. You've got to command that respect from your players.
You know, it's kind of like a honeymoon period. You know, when it's clicking, it's like magic, and you just try to keep it going. But it all comes down to the coach listening, sharing, and taking the players' input seriously. Kevin has that instinct, having been around so many great teams.
And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And a comfortable margin for the Bulls here, guys.
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
At the 4, it's Gasol with Noah at the 5. Rose is out there with Brooks, and it's Snell in at the small forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Innovation and improvisation right there, Greg. Finding a way to get that shot to fall after taking the contact.
Good, and a nice assist from Noah. Snell's got 7.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assist.
Harden kicks to Brewer. No good off the front iron. The Bulls leading by 12. 3-pointers, Snell. The rebound by Harden. Harden's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Well, for James Harden, with his incredible regular season last year, Clark, you knew he was in for a great postseason as well.
And it was a bit of a roller coaster for him in the playoff run. I mean, he could vanish one game, but then explode for 40 in the next.
Now Lawson. A 23-point game for him in the win against New Orleans.
And also give him credit for his ability to pass the basketball. He was always looking for the open man.
Here's Noah, and good. Got the English that time as it falls. Noah's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go. Rockets trail by 14. Left side Lawson. Makes the shot. Basket number 4 this game. Brings him up to 4 for 9.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Gasol against Ariza. Shoots from 12. Here's Brewer. No luck. Nice D from Rose.
You know what? His finishing ability, not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force.
Derrick Rose possesses a great skill set, ball handling, passing, and understanding of how to score. First rookie to ever win the All-Star Weekend Skills Challenge.
Getting back to Rose, it's his extraordinary handle that allows him to get anywhere on the floor. Such confidence in the way he dribbles and drives, whether it's getting up in a position to set up a teammate, take it himself. He's the one very best at controlling that ball.
It's a great point. I mean, guys like D. Rose, Chris Paul, Steph Curry, Kyrie, they all have maximized that skill. I mean, the thing that separates him and puts him in that Russell Westbrook category is the pure physical strength. When healthy, he's able to play with.
Gasol with the rebound. The Bulls leading by 14. And there's Derrick Rose on the assist by Brooks. Brooks has got 6 assists here tonight.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Ariza has the open look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Brooks kicks to Rose, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And chalk up a few more points for him there. This has been a one-sided game in just about every area.
Absolutely. I echo that sentiment. Their offense, their defense, I mean, it's all been terrific. The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. 14 feet away, Ariza with the rebound. Ariza's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Lawson kicks to Howard. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Crafty pass work there, getting it down low for the easy deuce.
Here's Noah, and Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
From the line, and he gets the jumper to drop. 16 points for Pau Gasol.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Screen by Howard. Lawson drives in. No good off the pick.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it. His switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
He dishes it to Howard. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
The Bulls leading by 16. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Bulls shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Guys, that says a lot about the poise of this team. I mean, they've been so calm, cool, and consistent at the stripe this year. I mean, that's impressive.
And here we go with Lawson running it right up the court. And the basket by Brewer.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
For Chicago, they've gone 7 for 10 here in the second quarter. They'd like to keep up that nice pace.
And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth. Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand. Just impressed, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Here's Ariza. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his 5th assist in this one. The feed to Noah. Puts it up from 12. It's rebounded by Houston. Ariza's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Brewer. It's all in by the Bulls. Snell's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here's Rose, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And how's that for some ups coming from that one?
Well, he is a rarity among NBA point guards in his ability to elevate.
Yeah, his athletic ability, guys, is really what takes him a notch above most players at his position.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
from 15 feet away and right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting. Rockets trail by 16. Harden with it. He's picked up by Brooks. It's Harden with the drive. Takes it off the glass. Harden's got 8 points.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. And the shot is good. 8 points for Brooks.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for him.
Here's Lawson. 8 points for him. To the inside, Howard dishes to Ariza. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. That's 12 points for Dwight Howard. The Bulls leading by 14. And Pau Gasol, the bucket on the assist by Rose.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
Watson the pass to Ariza. Top the key, Brewer. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. In the second half of the season, this group of teams has really heated up from beyond the arc. 4th, the Bulls.
Kevin, it's really hard to explain, but perhaps their whole team was motivated by watching the three-point shootout during the All-Star break.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Portis, he's checked in for Gasol. Mirotic comes in for Tony Snell. And it's Jimmy Butler coming in for Brooks. And a switch here also for Houston. Jones is checked in.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a three-point opportunity.
Full throttle, pedal to the metal, attacking basketball. I like that.
So for the Rockets, Morris comes in for Dwight Howard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Ty Lawson. Here's Jones. And again, the Rockets good for 2. The Bulls leading by 16. With the fadeaway. Add basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
Boy, after having a tough time in the first, he's managed to turn it around nicely this quarter.
To the paint. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. This shooting has been off the charts.
Here's Portis. It's good. This time the assist from Rose.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
Chicago's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. And for Trevor Ariza, almost exclusively a perimeter player on the offense last year. New scheme, Greg, new teammates, big adjustment.
Yeah, the Rockets having Dwight Howard camping out in the lane and James Harden needing space for dribble drives. Not much room to operate inside for Ariza.
But they do like his defense, and we know he can hit the 3. It's a pretty valuable commodity. The Bulls making a switch here. Gibson's checked in. DJ Augustine's checked in for Houston.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Here's Beverley, and it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line. And continuing to expand his arsenal last season, Patrick Beverley, the guard for the Rockets. Career highs in assists and rebounds per game, and he's one of the smallest guys on the floor.
Yeah, and he's really working on the details of becoming a better playmaker, becoming a guy that has coaches trust him to handle the basketball in those crucial situations.
And stolen by Butler. And now the fast break. Gibson with the ball, and the dunk by Rose.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
And the wide-open shot from Morris. Another miss by Houston.
You know, talking about Beverly, his wrist injury really changed things for the Rockets at the end of last season. Suddenly, 37-year-old Jason Terry had to take on big minutes at the point, and he was serviceable, but they missed Beverly's toughness on defense particularly.
And Augustine kicks to Jones. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Well, they've only got a slight edge in rebounding when you look at the numbers, but it certainly feels a lot bigger than it is.
Yeah, the score has a lot to do with that. Their overall effort and execution has been elite. And going back to the one thing with Patrick Beverly, his shot could still be more consistent. Last year, he was down in shooting averages across the board, including just 38% from the field. It makes it very difficult on your offense when you have an inability to space the floor.
Rose dishes to Mirotic. Here's Portis. Good D by Jones.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Ariza no up.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Three-pointer, Butler. Ariza with the rebound.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Kicks to Augustine. Fires for three. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
Rose passes to Mirotic. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And the Bulls with another miss. Rockets trail by 18. Here's Beverly. Taps in Augustine with the assist. Beverly's got 8 points.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
1 second left. Great D that time from Gibson.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Bulls lead by 18. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Kevin, I have Derrick Rose, and Derrick, you guys were scoring pretty nicely as a unit here tonight. How do you facilitate that?
Just be more efficient. I'm taking less shots, making sure that I make my shots and take my time on the offensive end and getting people involved in the game.
Thank you, Derrick. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Derrick Rose taking care of business in this one. He had 18 points and a crazy number of assists. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
Well, they knocked the wind out of the defense in transition, converting fast break baskets in volume. It's a runaway lead right now. In fact, this looks like a track meet.
Shaq, how'd you think the Rockets were playing?
Well, they run into a very hot shooting team tonight, fellas. And you combine a hot shooting team with the weak defense they've been playing, you're going to get crushed. I hope coach is coming down hard on them right now because they can't keep giving up so many open looks. What are you doing?
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
Hell no, let's go, Shaq. Talk some shit.
And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight. What a game we're seeing from Terrence Jones.
He created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So on the floor for Houston, Ariza and Jones at the small and power forward. Harden out there with Lawson, and it's Howard in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Harden outside, from deep. That is in there. Lawson with the assist. 14 points for James Harden.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Ariza goes in, and it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start the second half.
When you think of James Harden, you don't think much about his athleticism. His strength, though, is exceptional for his position.
Yeah, I think that's his greatest attribute. His ball handling's good, but it's his strength. He's able to run through contact.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Lawson kicks to Howard. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
And all of a sudden, the shots now falling in bunches. The complexion of this game has completely changed.
Yeah, and that was the only thing that could have brought him back in this game. Everything had to start dropping. And boy, have they gotten on a roll.
To the middle. And it's Terrence Jones with the finish.
They needed a run desperately. And boy, did they come up big.
And you know, it wasn't just about getting hot offensively. Defensively, they've been stellar as well. That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Lawson outside. Takes the 3. Rebound by the Bulls. Next up on the docket, the Bucks following this one. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
For Chicago, they have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
Take a look at what Snell's done. He has 14 points and 4 assists. That kind of mix of assists and rebounds is what wins you basketball games.
Clark, it's a rarity when you've got a guy that can just do it as well as he does on both ends. I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
Timeout called, the Rockets. You gotta like what Derrick Rose has done in this game.
I mean, he's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Kevin McHale address his team. He made no mistake that Dwight Howard has got to be the focal point of their offense. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the 4th quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Noah, good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
Now, that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Jones with the screen on Rose. Off the pick. And Howard with the stuff.
Grown man's power flush with the long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
And when we've seen those kinds of plays get them fired up in the past. High quality shot, just a little off there with the release.
And Greg, that has him S-H-H-E, shaking his head. Tough miss that time.
Clark.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Harden outside. He kicks to Lawson. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got assist number 8 now on the night. The Bulls leading by 13. Fires from 14. And he gets the jumper to drop. And that's 20 points for Pau Gasol.
An open jump shot there, and their D not putting up any resistance today.
Screen by Jones. Lawson dishes to Harden. Left side Ariza. Launches a 3. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
Soft touch off the glass. Snell's got 18 points in the game.
You know, it's a plus to get good looks in the paint, and when you can get them, you got to score them.
Screen by Howard. At the elbow, Jones. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Jones has got 23 points.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
And that one's good by Noah. Rockets trail by 14. Pass to Jones. Ariza kicks to Howard. And he uses the glass on the layup. Howard's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
He's simply a machine at the offensive end. I wonder how far behind they'd be if he wasn't having this kind of quarter.
And the foul on Derrick Rose. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Brooks checked in for Rose. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Corey Brewer's checked in for Trevor Ariza. Jordan.
And guys, you know, we've talked about it before, but it bears repeating. Dwight Howard may be the best overall rebounder in the last decade. 5 times out of the last 8 years, he's led the league in rebounding. That's almost impossible.
Second free throw, no good.
We watched Howard play some great basketball. 22 points and also 3 nice steals.
And his offense has matched the defensive effort today. He's been really just one of the best players on both ends.
I don't know if you can say enough about the job he's been doing in all aspects of the game. I mean, stuff in the stat sheet when you look at it.
Howard is still Clark, an efficient rebounder, still prolific in fact, but he's no longer dominant. Last year he had not one 20-plus rebound game. Tell me the last time that happened.
Well, you know, this being Dwight's 12th season in the league, Kevin, a lot of wear and tear on him. I think he's trying to fight through it, and he's still very much more than serviceable. Wants to get a ring, and he's doing his part to try to make that happen.
It's been about tempo and pace with this group, and it's led to a huge advantage in fast break points.
Greg, it's really the main reason they're in front. All that early offense. I mean, when they've had the chance to push it, they've pushed it.
The Bulls leading by 14. The shot by Butler, nobody around. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Brooks has got his 9th assist in the game now. Harden against Noah. In the corner, it's Brewer. It's blocked.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
Here's Brooks. And the rejection by Harden. And Brewer kicks to Lawson. Launches it. No good. And the Bulls going the other way now. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Butler. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And he just punishes the D for falling asleep at the wheel.
A little disorganized that time, and the result, 2 points in the loudest way possible.
Guys, there has to be better rim protection than that, though. Not very good. Sheer, unadulterated power right there. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely. A resounding dunk.
Just the take no chance slam by the big fella.
Rockets trail by 18. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
This quarter has brought out the best in them, fellas. Even though they're still trailing, he's been impossible to contain.
In the corner, Snell with it. Pulls it up. It's rebounded by Houston. Jones has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Lawson kicks to Jones. Here's Brewer. The three-pointer, no good. The Bulls leading by 16. Shots good from Butler. Butler's got 25 points in the game.
Pedal to the metal right now, really pushing it.
And 3 of their last 5 makes here coming in transition.
Harden against Butler. Jones, no one around him. Off target from outside.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Snell, no good. Rockets trailed by 18. And it's slammed in by Howard.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
Last season was difficult for Dwight Howard, to say the least, across the board. Worse since, in fact, his rookie year.
Yeah, he just wasn't able to stay healthy. I mean, looks dominant in spurts. Gets you thinking, okay, he's back, then his body betrays him.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Portis, he's checked in for Noah. Gibson comes in for Pau Gasol. And Mirotic subbed in for Tony Snell. It's Harden with the drive. And here's Morris for three. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And talking about Howard, always a perennial double-doubles leader. Last year, through the injuries, he dropped down to 23 total double-doubles. But that was in only 41 games. So the average over an 82-game stretch would have put him in the top 5 once again. So clearly, he has a lot left when he's healthy.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. It's an 18-point lead. 18 feet out. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Takes the 13-footer, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good.
Getting back to Dwight Howard, I think he's at a crossroads physically. Had back and knee issues. It's highly unlikely he can be 100% for a full season. You just hope to have him happy and healthy for your most important games.
DJ Augustine's checked in for James Harden. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
And it's out of bounds to the Rockets as Houston retains possession.
Rockets ball.
Chicago on defense. Morris kicks to Brewer. Lets it go from deep. Count the bucket. Brewer's got 13.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
To the paint. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
For Houston, they have gone 5 of 9 at the line.
And as a team, they're down around 72% for the season.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
We've got 1:13 left in the third. And here's Augustine. He's got 5. Jones. Chicago grabs the miss. Portis has got his 4th rebound in this one.
So the edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Here's Augustine. Gets a very good look and converts. Augustine's got 7 points in the game. 46 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And Jones sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones. Rose, he's checked in for the Bulls. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
Houston ball.
We've got 33 seconds left in the third. Augustine dishes to Morris. Screen by Jones. Morris passes to Jones. He feeds it to Brewer. The shot is off. Some solid defense from Rose.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And Brooks gets it to go.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
He got it up. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's the Bulls up 19. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. The Bulls leading by 19 points. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Rose and Snell teaming up in the backcourt. And it's Mirotic in at the 3. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. The Rockets shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. They set the pick. Lawson has the open look. Chicago grabs the miss. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
Pass to Augustine.
And for a long time in the NBA, the stretch 4 was kind of the anomaly and not the standard. Now it seems that you are the rare power forward if you can't hit a 3. Very few traditional power forwards now in the NBA. Ripping and running. They have a big advantage now in those transition opportunities.
No expiration date on their legs. They just seem to be fresher. And they're putting those fresh legs to good use.
Wasted no time on that one. With the stretch 4 and the need for shooting at the position, they don't need to be a three-point threat, but they do need to be able to hit a mid-range jump shot.
Yeah, well said. I think you need to have guys that can make perimeter shots to create spacing. The game's evolving to a space out the floor type game, and shot making gives you a chance to do that.
Ariza kicks to Brewer. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Here's Gibson, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Make it 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was also safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be. Remove all doubt on that attack.
Augustine with it. Lawson outside. To the inside. That's good from Ariza on the assist by Lawson. 16 points for Ariza.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And Gasol with the dunk. Rockets trail by 21. Inside, here's Howard. And that one's good. Howard's got 16 points here in the second half.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
The dish to Ariza. Shoots the 3. That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet. 19 points for Ariza.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
That is good. And the Bulls lead by 18. Rockets have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Ariza sends a screen for Lawson. Ariza outside. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Mirotic. Can't get it to go. Good D by Howard. Rockets trail by 18. Here's Brewer. Off target with his 3. Down low. Here's Snell. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Snell's got 20 points.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Ariza, great D that time from Gibson.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
Now, here's Brewer. He's covered by Rose. Brewer, good. Brewer's got 6 here in this quarter. Chicago leading by 18. Here's Gasol. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And that's exactly how they've gotten the lead right here. Easily, he's been their most consistent performer.
As simple as it gets. He's hitting everything he's looked at. Keep feeding the fire.
Rose kicks to Gasol, and stolen by Howard. Lawson dishes to Augustine. Back to Lawson. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And Gasol sends it back.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Really a good job recognizing the mismatch. Just going up for the shot with that huge height advantage on that possession.
Howard setting the pick for Ariza. A floater, and it's good on the layup. Ariza's got 21.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
A shot by Lawson. That doesn't go either for Lawson.
He's having a tough quarter scoring the basketball and able to help them close this gap.
That's good. And it's now 22 points for Derrick Rose.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range. So I'd have to agree with you, partner.
Lawson the pass to Ariza. No good with the triple. The Bulls leading by 22. Rose kicks to Gibson. And the pass to Mirotic. Ariza with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Three-pointer, Lawson. There's the bucket. Good.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and he's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
Joakim Noah's checked in for Chicago. Jimmy Butler comes in for Mirotic. Terrence Jones is checked in for Houston. Harden comes in for DJ Augustine. Jones, that's for two. No good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Butler dishes to Rose. Here's Snell, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we can see right there why he does.
Jones with the screen on Butler. Harden with it. Gasol covering. Noah with the block. They retain possession. The Bulls leading by 23. Here's Rose. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Derrick Rose has certainly piled up the awards for such a young player, starting with Rookie of the Year, with the 111 first-place votes to only 5 for the runner-up. We know about his MVP, and that just shines out so brightly for him.
And how about he and Michael Jordan, the only MVPs in Chicago Bulls history?
Here's Noah. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. And now, 24 points for Joakim Noah. And Lawson with the drive. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Here's Rose. At the elbow, it's Noah. Rose kicks it to Noah. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Houston's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. And Howard with the stuff.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated, in stride.
At the elbow, it's Noah. Stolen by Harden. Fast break, here they come. Tipped away. Ariza passes to Lawson. Can't hit from the elbow.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number 1, this game is out of hand.
Exactly, Clark. Their lead is not surprising given their advantage on the backboard.
Harden gets the bucket.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
Butler in the corner. That one's good from the corner. Butler's got 27. The Rockets shooting 44% in the fourth. The offense with some ups and downs. Lawson drives in. Here's Harden. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Portis, he's checked in for Gasol. McDermott comes in for Tony Snell. And it's Heinrich in for Derrick Rose. Rocket shooting at 51%. Really solid. Harden dishes to Morris. To the right side. Morris a screen. Augustine no luck.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take. Flush that thing down, young fella.
That is a fierce two-hander.
Maximum force on that dunk.
Here is Harden. Dishes it to Morris. Morris with a screen on Heinrich. Over in the corner, Decker. Point shot. Bull shooting a scorching 68% in the game. Here's Heinrich. The Rockets pull it in. Morris has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And Augustine kicks to Harden. He was all alone on that one. Harden's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Great pass that time by DJ Augustine.
And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And even 3-on-3 break. 9 feet out. Chicago grabs the miss. Portis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And a wide open look for Noah. No good from outside.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
It's Harden with the drive. Again, the miss by Harden.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
McDermott kicks to Butler. Stolen by Harden. And it's Houston on the break. Here's Decker. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
The Bulls leading by 21.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Bulls.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And the wins continue to come in fairly easy for these guys, and what's been a very strong year, to say the least. Tonight will push them up to 56 wins.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. But I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Rose. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Over in the corner, Decker lets it go with a 3. Rebound by Heinrich.
Not a quarter to remember as far as his offense is concerned.
Yeah, you know, he's not making any kind of impact for them at that end of the court right now.
Harden the pass to Decker. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finish hard with 2 hands on the stuff.
Yeah, nothing extravagant, guys, but again, no need on that one. The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
It sure is. I mean, they kept this crowd in the game, gave them plenty to cheer about, and really used that home court advantage to their advantage.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team, Clark, by far tonight.
No question about it, Kevin. They certainly gave their fans plenty to scream and holler about. This place was rocking. It was on fire. And it only got louder as that lead got bigger.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Gentlemen, I'm here with Pau Gasol. And Pau, what's the mentality that you bring into a game to allow you to be at your most effective rhythm?
Oh, just got to came out really aggressive, just trying to pound the boards, just forget about the shots that I can miss, or if I don't get a certain amount of touches, I just got to be aggressive and I got to get in the paint.
Yeah,
so,
right, you got to get in the paint,
that's
boy.
how I'm most effective, and that's what gets me going, too.
Well, you certainly got into a great rhythm, pal. Thanks for the time. Guys, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark, Greg, and Doris, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now it's time to head back to the studio with Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Derrick Rose. He had a double-double and made a huge difference tonight. He never let up, and his performance really inspired the rest of his team.
Yeah, 25
Kenny, what did you
points,
think?
37
Ernie,
assists,
that is the definition of domination. He took them to school tonight in every possible way. I know there's 10 players on the court, but I only noticed one.
He was completely in sync with the whole team tonight. And you can see that in the assist numbers, which were spectacular, I might add. It's hard to imagine him having a better night passing the basketball. Man.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night. And we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.
Let's go. Fuck you mean. Dominating win.
I don't think you want to get rich. You don't really want it.
55-5.
You ain't really trying to get rich.
Who am I going against next?
Nah.
That should be a win. The Spurs Ginobili and the Miami Heat.
Now you don't want that late night gas with no break, like crash in the daylight.
I'll be back to this. Gotta play a different game.